Julie is. Julie is a
Yes.
New York-based marketing strategist who has been named for herself, who has made a name for herself by helping visionary entrepreneurs and creative make their business notable and unmistakable. Her work has been featured in Forbes, Entrepreneur, New York, Columbia-based schools, WeWork, and many others organizations. So I'm going to give the word here and the presentation for Julie coming along. As Julie talk in, I'm going to be connecting and trying to see if I can get the screen working. Okay, there you go, Julie.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, Sam. I'm super excited to be here today. You are in the right place if you have a small business, but maybe you feel a little bit invisible on social media, even though you are great at what you do. Or maybe you want to, you are trying a lot of marketing strategies, but now you want to get a true forward momentum. Well, no matter which one resonated with you, I really appreciate you being here. And today I'm going to share with you my 3 strategies to help you get a fresh perspective on your business and on your marketing. And then we're going to discover the 3 small budget strategies. And then we are going to do some real-time planning to fast track your company growth. And a little bit about me, I'm a marketing strategist based in New York City. I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, lawyers, therapists, and artists. And the strategy number 1 is to leverage your strength to grow your business. If you can figure out what you are good at or what you really enjoy doing in terms of marketing. For example, in deciding where you want to spend your time, your energy, your budget, your efforts, I would reflect on what you believe your greatest strengths are, or what do you enjoy the most, and focus on that. And now I have a question for you. Is your strength speaking, writing, or both? You can let me know in the chat, or maybe you can just write it down on paper. What is your strength as a business owner?
Julie, perhaps, would you put also there in the chat the question?
Yes. What's your strength as a business owner? Maybe you are someone who's really like writing newsletters. Maybe you have a newsletter, or maybe you are someone who's really like going to events and talking to people. You are maybe a super connector. So I have some suggestions. I will give you some ideas. If you are a strong writer, you could potentially post articles on your social media, on LinkedIn, for example, or maybe you could reach out to relevant industry publications. Maybe you are a confident and charismatic speaker. So what you could do is maybe you could create videos to post on your social media, or maybe you could find interview opportunities. Maybe you can start with your local TV station, or maybe if there is a podcast that you really like, maybe you can reach out to them and maybe you can get interviewed and get featured there. So what I would suggest is the idea is to get in front of your audience, your customers, and you can do something that you really enjoy. Maybe that is speaking, maybe that is writing, or maybe that's both. And you can share your knowledge, you can share your insights, and you can start with something that resonates with you the most. And I give you some ideas, but you don't have to do all of them. I would start with something very simple, like connecting with your clients on Facebook or maybe on LinkedIn this weekend. Strategy number 2 is to look at your numbers. As a business owner, looking at your numbers is super important, and especially we just finished the tax season. And so now I want to ask you, where do your clients spend the most time looking for information? Are they on Facebook, or maybe are your clients read local newspapers, or are they following maybe an influencer? I think the most important thing is to get really know your clients. Who are they? What do they like? Where do they look for information? And it's really important to know those data and those numbers. So I would say if you want to, if maybe you have a marketing strategy already, or maybe you want to create a new one, I would say you want to make sure your marketing strategy actually makes sense for your business. For example, you want to make sure that your marketing strategy is very specific, is measurable, is achievable, is realistic, and is time-based. For example, maybe my marketing goal is to get 100 email subscribers by December this year. And this is something that is very measurable and very specific. And I would say you want to create a data strategy. So you can analyze your data first and take a step back, reflect, and then plan. And the idea here is you want to analyze your existing data. Maybe it's your social media, or maybe it can be any marketing thing that you're doing. And then you think about what you want to do and who you want to target. And then you can work backwards to see how you can reach them and connect. And this is about reversing engineer the process. So I would write down your current marketing tasks and look at your numbers or your statistics. And you can think, what do you want to improve? What do you want to stop doing? What do you want to do next quarter or maybe next year? And then when you have the data, you maybe have a better idea about how to market your business more efficiently. And the idea here is just focus on 1 or 2 things each quarter. Maybe it's really growing your audience, or maybe it's about client retention. So we want to develop a laser focus and just focus on maybe 1 or 2 important things for you. We don't want to spread yourself too thin. And I have some suggestions for you in terms of where to look at your numbers. If you are running Facebook ads or Google ads, you could look at your Google Analytics. If you are on any social media platforms, you could look at your social media analytics. You could see the conversion rates. You could see tracking. And the idea here is everything you do should have tracking. You can get an idea and figure out how much time you are spending on this. And if you can calculate how much you are bringing in revenue, and you should at least break even if you are starting out. So maybe you already have a lot of analytics. So, and you want to find out how much time, how much budget, how much efforts you are spending on this strategy, and to make sure that this is something that's sustainable and profitable. And the other thing I want to mention is consistency is key. A lot of people got really discouraged by social media or marketing because it really takes time to grow a community, and you have to consistently put yourself out there. So, and you want to make sure you are in front of the right audience, you are on the right platform, and you are sharing something that they're interested in. As a lot of you know, that marketing results don't happen overnight, so consistency is the key. And the third strategy is actually free, is to reconnect with your previous clients. And the idea here is do not overlook your past clients, because your existing customers can represent a hidden source of repeat business. And you could reconnect with them on social media, you could reach out to them for feedback, and by doing that, you are boosting trust and loyalty, and you can understand what they need, what they want, where you can improve, and maybe you can even personalize a solution or product for them. There is actually a research came out last year saying a 5% increase in customer retention can increase company revenue by 25 to even 95%. Because clients or customers who bought from you before are more likely to buy from you again. So if they have a good experience with you, they are likely to write you a 5-star review. They are likely to refer you to their family, friends, and their networks. We buy from people we trust. So you want to definitely make sure to nurture the relationships with your existing, your past, your current clients. And in that way, you are growing a community. And you can stay in touch with them regularly. If you are a local business, maybe you can host in-person meetings. You can do a community workshops, where you can even open a Facebook group for your clients. So you can get to meet them, you can get to know them in person, and create a better customer experience that way. So now I shared 3 strategies. I talk about to reflect, to really leverage your strength to grow your business. This is strategy number 1. And strategy number 2 is to look at your numbers. And strategy number 3 is to reconnect with your past clients. And now I'd like you to take one moment and to think about, or to write down your top 1 action item today, your top 1 takeaway from this presentation. What do you want to do? What do you want to improve? Or what do you want to stop doing after hearing me talking?
Great presentation, you.
Thank you.
I need a question for you.
Yes.
What that recommendation you the social media for close more the sales and my clients? I don't know, Facebook, Instagram. Well, what your recommendation in me and the business for digital?
Yes. Can you tell me a little bit more about your company and who is your clients?
Clients for my business for more close sales WhatsApp is good for the communications. I need you to social media for more configurations expense. I don't know, maybe Meta Business or the Facebook is good for analytics, for statistics, and my clients, my views, and my posts. the products. I don't know. What your recommendations? The social media in my business.
Yes. So I think I usually need to maybe to look at more data from your business to see if you have an existing social media platform. Maybe it's better to see how it's performing there, and then maybe you can start out from one platform and really being consistent and engaging there, and to see where you want to create another community next, because it's always better to really focus your efforts on one platform first. But I think maybe Facebook or Instagram could be a good idea, because marketing is always about testing out, and it's okay to be a little bit experimental and see what happens.
Yeah. Thank you, Yuri.
Thank you. So do we have any other questions?
Sam.
Okay, so right on. Thank you, Julie.